Hello students, how are you? I hope that you are fine. Hope that you are fine. Today we will discuss three questions which are related to photoelectric effect. The first question is, in photoelectric effect the work function of a metal is 3.5 electron volt. The emitted photon can be stored by applying a potential of minus 1.2 volt. Then option A, the energy of the incident photon is 4.7 electron volt. Option B, the energy of the incident photon is 2.3 electron volt. Option C, if higher frequency photon be used, the photoelectric current will rise. Option D, when the energy of the photon is 3.5 electron volt, the photoelectric current will be maximum. Now we will discuss the concept of the photoelectric effect briefly. Photoelectric effect is the concept for which Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize. In this experiment, there is a discharge tube. There are two electrodes at the two ends of the discharge tube. This electrode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and this electrode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. There is a small window here through which radiation is allowed to fall on the metallic plate. Now there are some free electrons in this metallic plate which will gain the energy from the photon of the incident radiation falling on the metallic plate. Some amount of this energy will be used to come out, to just eject out from the metallic plate here, surface of the metallic plate, and with the remaining amount of the energy, the electrons will move towards this electrode, because this is positively charged and it will attract the electrons. Since electrons are emitted from this metallic plate, so it is called emitter. And since the electrons are collected by this metallic plate, so this is called collector. And these electrons which are coming out from the metallic plate are called photoelectrons. These are the electrons. We have shown just 3 electrons for symbol only. So now, when ammeter is connected in series in this circuit, then there is some deflection in the ammeter. It means there is current in the circuit. This current is called photoelectric current. As we have already discussed that some amount of energy gained by the electrons from the photons of the radiation is used to just come out from the metallic surface. That energy is called threshold energy or work function. And with the remaining energy, the electrons are moving towards the collector. So there will be some maximum value of the kinetic energy. So there will be some maximum value of the kinetic energy, that is called here kmax. The electrons are called photoelectrons. Photoelectrons. And the current in the circuit due to photoelectrons is called photoelectric current. Photoelectric current. and this effect is called photoelectric effect. This is a variable battery. Now if we will reverse the polarity of the battery as shown in the figure, then since the collector is now connected to the negative terminal of the battery, it means it is negatively charged. So it will apply a repulsive force to the photoelectrons. Now there will be some minimum value of the negative potential of the collector with respect to the emitter, due to which this electron cannot fall on the collector. The modulus of this minimum negative potential of the collector with respect to the emitter, so that the photoelectrons will not emerge on the collector, is called the stopping potential. So stopping potential V naught will be equal to mode of negative potential applied on collector minus V. Negative value here V. V is the negative potential applied on the collector. So when stopping potential will be applied on the collector, then the collector will repel the photoelectron, and due to which the kinetic energy of the photoelectron will not be sufficient to fall on the collector. Therefore, Kmax, that is the maximum value of the kinetic energy, will be equal to EV naught. And this is equal to E mode of V, where V is the negative potential applied on the collector, so that the electrons, here photoelectrons, do not fall on the collector. Now according to question, it is given that work function of the metal is given as phi is equal to 3.5 electron volt, and also the negative potential applied on the collector is given, V is equal to minus 1.2 volt. Now we will check option A. The energy of the incident photon is 4.7 electron volt. Here, as we have already discussed, these are the incident radiation. The energy of the photon of the radiation falling on the emitter will be equal to work function of the matter of the emitter plus maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. This is equal to phi plus K max. According to this equation, this is equal to EV naught. Again phi plus, we can write EV naught equal to E mode of V, where V is the negative potential applied on the collector and V naught is the stopping potential here. Now phi According to question, phi is given as 3.5 electron volt. 3.5 electron volt plus E, and here V, the negative potential is given as minus 1.2 volt. So this is equal to 3.5 electron volt plus 1.2 electron volt. This is equal to 4.7 electron volt. Hence we can see in option A, the option A says that the energy of the incident photon, the energy of the incident photon is 4.7 electron volt, and we have also calculated that the energy of the incident photon is 4.7 electron volt. So option A is correct. Now we will check option B. The energy of the incident photon is 2.3 electron volt. This is wrong because this is 4.7 electron volt. We have already calculated. Option C is that if higher frequency photon be used, the photoelectric current will rise. If the intensity of the radiation falling on the emitter will be increased, then the number of electrons ejected from the emitter per unit time will increase, due to which the photoelectric current will increase. But the frequency only determines the frequency of the incident radiation only determines the maximum value of the kinetic energy of the photoelectrons, and it will not affect the magnitude of the photoelectric current. It means we have discussed here that the frequency of the incident radiation will not affect the magnitude of the photoelectric current. So the option C, which says that if higher frequency photon be used, the photoelectric current will rise, this is wrong. Option D, when the energy of photon is 3.5 electron volt, the photoelectric current will be maximum. Now we are checking option D. So for option D, E is equal to phi plus K max. According to question, when the energy of photon is 3.5 electron volt. So here if this is equal to 3.5 electron volt, this is again 3.5 electron volt according to question, plus K max. So here K max is equal to 3.5 electron volt minus 3.5 electron volt. This is equal to 0. It means there will be no any kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. That is, the electrons will not be ejected from the emitter, and in this way there will be no any photoelectric current. So the option D, which says that when the energy of photon is 3.5 electron volt, the photoelectric current will be maximum. This option is wrong. Now we are coming on the second question. So in the second question, the second question is that the stopping potential V naught versus frequency nu plot of a substance is shown in figure. The threshold wavelength is, option A is 5 into 10 to the power 14 meter, option B is 6000 angstrom, option C is 5000 angstrom, and option D cannot be estimated from given data. And the graph is given as, this is the graph, V naught 2 1 4 5 6 7 8. nu into 10 to the power 14 hertz. These are the frequencies of the radiation of the incident waves falling on the emitter. This is emitter. Now we will, in this question, we have to determine the threshold wavelength. So we know the equation E is equal to phi plus k max. Okay, so here if the energy, here these are the frequency. So if the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter will be smaller than the threshold frequency, then no electron will be ejected out from the emitter, and hence to stop them, no stopping potential will be required. So up to this frequency, there is zero value of the stopping potential. It means that no electrons are being ejected from the emitter. So this is the value for the stopping. This is the value of the threshold frequency. Because if the frequency increases from 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, then the electrons are ejected from the emitter, and so stopping potential is required to stop the electrons to fall on the collector. So from this equation also we can determine that K max is equal to E minus phi, and this is equal to E V naught is equal to E minus phi, and V naught is equal to E minus phi by E. If this energy, this is equal to what? This is equal to H nu minus phi E. So if the value of the nu will be smaller such that the incident energy of the photon will be smaller than the work function, then we need not the stopping potential. So it means this is nothing but the frequency which is sufficient to eject the electrons from the emitter. So this is threshold frequency. So this is the threshold frequency here. It means it is given that what is given? Threshold frequency nu naught is given as 5 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, and we need lambda naught. Lambda naught is the threshold wavelength. This will be what? Threshold wavelength lambda naught will be equal to C by nu naught. So this is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is nothing but the speed of light, and nu naught is given as 5 into 10 to the power 14. This is equal to 0.6 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is equal to 6000 10 to the power minus 10. This is equal to 6000 angstrom. Hence, option B is correct. That is the wavelength of the threshold wavelength is equal to 6000 angstrom. Now we will discuss question number 3. The question number 3 says that which of the following graphs represent the variation of maximum kinetic energy Ek of the emitted electrons with frequency nu in photoelectric effect correctly. These are the 4 graphs. We have to choose the correct graph. All graphs are representing the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons with respect to the frequency of the photoelectron, for frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter. So here we will analyze the graph. According to question, we know that E is equal to phi plus K max. So K max will be equal to E minus phi, and this is equal to K max is equal to S nu minus phi. From this equation, if the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter will be smaller than the threshold frequency, then electrons will be not able to eject out from the emitter, and hence there will no value of maximum kinetic energy, which is represented by this section of the graph. Here you can see that the frequency of the graph of this section, you can see that the frequency is smaller than the threshold frequency u naught. So here the energy of the photoelectron, the energy of the photon is not sufficient such that the electrons come out from the metallic plate. Means the electrons of the metallic plate are not getting sufficient energy from photoelectrons so that they can eject out from the emitter. Now if the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter will increase, then the electrons will be able to eject out from the emitter, and in this case they will move towards the collector, and so they will have some value of the maximum kinetic energy, which is represented by the graph, by this segment of the graph. Hence this option is correct. Now we will also check whether this segment of the graph will be straight line or not. So from this equation we can write H nu plus phi minus H nu plus phi plus K max is equal to 0. It means minus H nu plus K max plus phi is equal to 0. 1 into 2. This is identical to the equation of straight line ax plus by. This is 1 into by plus c is equal to 0. Here a is equal to, here you can see here a is equal to minus h, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 5. So the graph will be straight line for the frequency of the incident radiation greater than the threshold frequency, and this option is correct. Now if we will check option A, then when the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter will be just greater than 0, then there will be some value of maximum kinetic energy according to this graph. But it is not possible because we are knowing that the frequency should be greater than the threshold frequency, and this option is wrong. Now we will check option number B. In this option again we can see that even the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter is 0, but still there is some value of the maximum kinetic energy. But it is not possible because at 0 frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter, no electron can eject out from the emitter. So this is also wrong. Now for option C, we can check again here. Again you can see that there is 0 value of the frequency of the radiation falling on the emitter, but still there is some value of the maximum value of kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. So it is also not possible. Therefore option D is correct. I hope that you have answered all the questions properly and you understood all the concepts well and properly. Thank you. Have a nice day.